Welcome to DA Headlines. I'm Mary Lee. Thank you for joining us. In the Philippines, to help assemble Tzu Chi's prefabricated homes for those displaced by last year's Typhoon Haiyan, volunteers once again enacted a Cash for Work project. The project in Ormoc City unites the residents as they work together to rebuild their lives. We have more on that story later. First, we join a press conference held at the city center showing what the completed prefab housing unit looks like.
No? So number one, messaging is confidence of the intelligence of the Filipino people. No?
Here in the Philippines, Ormoc City Mayor opens the inauguration ceremony of Tzu Chi's prefabricated housing. With government officials joining the celebration, the ceremony is not only star-studded, but also an acknowledgement of Tzu Chi's efforts in the city.
I have heard many groups who have said, although Tzu Chi's prefab housing design is simple, its facilities are complete. They also praise Master Zeng Yan's wisdom.
Families, the recipients of these projects would be very happy receiving this. From the bottom of their hearts, I'm sure they are very grateful to the Tzu Chi Foundation.
Tzu Chi volunteers also invite the audience to test out how comfortable Tzu Chi's folding bed is. A young girl also seizes the opportunity to express her gratitude.
Thank you, Tzu Chi Foundation, for giving us aid and rice. Thank you to the volunteers who taught us sign language, and thank you for giving us homes to live in.
These housing units will help Ormoc City residents whose lives have been devastated by Typhoon Haiyan. For all those victims' homes that were damaged and in need of housing assistance, this will really help them recover and start life anew.
Tzu Chi's rebuilding efforts in Ormoc were also noted by a local cable company who promised to include DAI channels in their directory.
People will know what you are doing, the good things that you have done to the city of Ormoc, the support that you have extended to the people. You have uplifted their way of living for all your support. Imagine the millions, I don't know how many millions already you have contributed.
With Tzu Chi by their side, those affected by Haiyan look forward to the completion of these housing units and getting their lives back on track. Meanwhile, in another part of Ormoc City, local resident Patricio Cantindoy Jr. learns how to assemble a Tzu Chi prefab home.
I was living in an illegal housing unit. After Typhoon Haiyan destroyed it, my family of 7 moved to a temporary government shelter. Today I'm here to learn how to assemble the homes, so that in the future I can live in one of them, and also help others build as well.
Even with the possibility of a sudden downpour, no one thinks of abandoning the construction project this close to completion. Since Haiyan made landfall in the central Philippines, Tzu Chi volunteers have made countless trips to Ormoc City. From strangers to now one family, the friendship has been felt in the hearts of many.
Thank you for always being there. Although Ormoc and Leyte province are far away, volunteers are always willing to travel to us. I want to say thank you again for giving us a home to live in and providing us with an opportunity to work.
Tzu Chi volunteers always give selflessly to help us. This is why I'm here to lend a hand. I tell myself I should stay even though this work is not easy for me.
Knowing strength lies in numbers, this is why one participant quit his higher-paying job to join Tzu Chi's Cash for Work program.
I have a job. It pays about 550 pesos a day. But when I heard about Tzu Chi's rebuilding project, I felt I needed to participate. Even though the pay is less, I want to do my share to help those affected by the typhoon.
From Taiwan to the Philippines, Tzu Chi's care for those affected by Typhoon Haiyan comes through with the completion of each prefab. Next, Tzu Chi volunteers in the Philippines will soon begin the assembly of prefabricated homes in Palo, Leyte province. As the preparation of the construction site is well underway, local Tzu Chi volunteers have also taken it upon themselves to give coconut palms, which were toppled over during Typhoon Haiyan, a new lease of life.
A forest of coconut palms were all uprooted during last year's Typhoon Haiyan. However, these piles of logs are all precious in the eyes of local volunteer William.
These coconut palms were going to be discarded, but I made them into chairs, tables, and cupboards. Like this piece here, I trimmed all four sides to even it out, so it would be sturdier when made into a chair.
William turned these unwanted logs into useful furniture, giving them a new lease of life.
Many coconut trees were uprooted during Typhoon Haiyan. Now we are using these coconut trees and making them into tables, chairs, cupboards, and other furniture. This project is coordinated by our local volunteers.
At the construction site, not only have volunteers come up with creative ways to prolong an item's lease on life, even the local contractor makes it a point to take more care of the environment during the construction site's preparation.
When we are doing the site preparation, we have to be extra careful not to uproot the trees while we're digging waterways.
Although contractors often feel the pressure of having to meet deadlines and deliver top-quality work, for Ling Hualiang, however, being able to contribute to helping Typhoon Haiyan survivors brings him immense joy and contentment.
It's such an honor to have the opportunity to take part in the rebuilding effort. We definitely won't charge much. We just hope to complete the assembly of these homes as soon as possible, so residents may have a place to stay. We will be happy to see that outcome.
We can feel his kindness. He's not here to make money. He genuinely cares for the survivors' well-being. He has helped us greatly during this period.
Not only is the kindness and compassion of humanity transpiring at the construction site, but the residents' respect and love for the earth as well.
A group of Tzu Chi volunteers from Taiwan recently traveled to the Philippines to coordinate the assembly of prefabricated homes in Ormoc City. Joining them on this mission is a team of media volunteers who are there to document Tzu Chi's goodness and the beauty of humanity.
With Jose Alfredo Jr. leading the way, today volunteers are paying his family a visit. Currently residing at a government temporary shelter, the small space less than 40 meters squared is where Jose and his family now live.
My mother.
Walking inside, one immediately notices the Jingsi multi-purpose folding bed. As the interview progresses, it starts to get hot and stuffy inside.
Fan.
We can only use a fan, a hand fan.
You don't have electricity?
No, electric.
Yes, we have electricity. We just can't use it.
No, we cannot use.
The lack of electricity is part of the government's rotational load-shedding strategy. However, Jose's father says having a place that can shield them from the wind and rain is already a blessing. Now that Jose has signed up for Tzu Chi's Cash for Work program, their lives are slowly improving.
Tzu Chi was looking for two skilled professionals to take on the role of supervisor and deputy supervisor for the prefabricated housing project, and I was nominated by members of my community.
Jose dropped out of middle school and began working odd jobs with his father. Now 24, construction-related work has become his main area of expertise.
When my son was in construction, he learned how to make cement bricks. Now he is helping with Tzu Chi's project, although it has only been 3 days.
In the beginning, I was really surprised. I felt really happy working at a construction site. Everything they needed help with, I knew what to do.
Learning that media volunteers from Taiwan are in Ormoc City to document Tzu Chi's work, volunteer Ke Jingjing came from Manila to learn from her counterparts and assist with the translations.
There is always a slight difference translating from English to Mandarin. Our brothers and sisters are really devoted and dedicated and see things from a different perspective.
Documenting the truth, goodness and beauty of Tzu Chi and humanity is the mission of media volunteers. However, helping disaster survivors overcome their difficulties is the ultimate mission of all Tzu Chi volunteers.
More on the Philippines as elementary and middle school teachers in Ormoc City begin to incorporate Jing's aphorisms into their lessons. We see how these words of wisdom have begun to influence the students as well as the teachers' behaviors.
Making a ruckus, students of this third grade class don't come down until their teacher comes in.
Everybody sit down. Everybody sit down. What did I say? I said you should sit quietly when I'm not in the classroom.
This class lack of order has long been a problem at the school, but it began to change recently. The Jingsi aphorisms and the recently held teachers' conferences sponsored by Tzu Chi have changed the mindset of many teachers and students in Ormoc City.
The students always make loud noises and don't pay attention in class. That is why I'm always angry. But after I attended the teachers' conference held by Tzu Chi, I realized that getting angry is not productive, as it usually leads to a waste in class time.
Our teacher reminded us that we should watch our behavior when she is not present. From now on, we will try to be good students.
At the Tembulilit Elementary School in Ormoc City, Jingsi aphorisms have also been incorporated in school curriculums. The school principal presented a certificate of gratitude in acknowledgement of Tzu Chi's contribution.
We are really grateful for the Tzu Chi Foundation, especially Master Zheng Yan, for giving us the opportunity to incorporate Jingsi aphorisms into our curriculum.
Tzu Chi volunteers make it a point to not leave any disadvantaged groups behind. They visited Ormoc City's Central School Special Education Center to pass out Jingsi aphorisms.
On behalf of the Ormoc City SPED Center, we would like to say thank you, Master Ching Yin, for all the gifts for our children and hope to see you once again.
She already incorporates Jingsi aphorisms in her curriculum every day. She said it has been very helpful and she is glad that we came here.
In just one day, Tzu Chi volunteers visited 4 schools in Ormoc City. Although it has not been easy, being able to enhance local educational efforts has made all the work worthwhile.